everybody, welcome back to another Illustrator CS6 tutorial. My name is Buddy Blackford. Today we're going to be going over the tools panel, and I'm going to go over a little bit about the different tools that we've got here, and it's good to know the different variety of tools that you have available to you. So pretty much there's an abundance of tools that give anybody using Illustrator a huge amount of control over any design problems that may come up. So you've got a ton of different things, a variety here. For example, you've got selection tools, you've got painting tools, shape tools, type tools, and a whole bunch more, including slicing, sampling, and viewing tools. So you have all the tools that you need to do the job that you need to do. Now, like I said before, when you're working on a document, it's important to know what you have available to you. So I'm just going to go over these a little bit, and I'm not going to tell you what every single tool does, but I'm going to show you where they are and tell you what's in there, basically. So the first one we've got here, and if you have the defaults, if you stay highlighted over hovered over a tool, it's going to pop up with the name of the tool and then its hotkey. Now a hotkey is when you press a button on the keyboard, it'll automatically switch to that tool. So the hotkey for selection tool is V, the hotkey for direct selection tool is A. Now if you watch my cursor here, if I press A right now, it's going to switch back and forth. Oh, I was hitting S by accident. So here's A and here's V. A, V. And you can see that it's changing between the selection tool and the direct selection tool. Now, under the direct selection tool, you can see on the bottom right that there's this little white arrow in the corner. That means that you can click and hold, and then there's going to be other tools involved. So we've got direct selection tool and group selection tool. Now here we've got the magic wand tool, and then we've got here the lasso tool. Now these are tools that you'll use often, most likely, and most artists or illustrators use these often. Now below here we've got our pen tool, and then other tools here that are related to the pen tool. Right below it we've got our type tools and the different types of type tools in there. Here we've got our different line tools. There's arc and spirals. Right below that, we've got our different shape tools, where we can make different tools, or different shapes that we need to. Brush here, this is the paintbrush. We've got a pencil, and then we've got our blob brush. And in time, I'll be going over how to use most of these tools. We've got our scissors tool, and then we've got our rotate and reflect here. Below this, we have our scaling, scale, shear, reshape. We got width, warp, twirl, and a bunch of different tools here for fixing shapes or making shapes different. Free transform, and you can see there's no arrow in the free transform tool, so if I click and hold, nothing's going to show up. Nothing else is going to show up. So that's how you know that there's no other things there. Below the free transform tool, we have the shape builder, perspective grid, and then in these are other tools that are related, live paint, and then as you can see, we got some perspective there. When I clicked on it, we've got our perspective selection tool. Here's our mesh. It's kind of like warping around stuff. We've got a gradient, eyedropper, and then we've got a measure tool here to help measure things out, obviously. Blending, and then we got a symbol sprayer tool, which is kind of neat. And then we got a whole bunch of different symbol tools. Here's some graphing tools, pie graph. Here's how we make our different graphs quickly. Artboard tool. We've got a slice tool. It's going to cut some things up. Hand tool, and you use that to move the canvas around. And then we've got our zoom tool here. Now it's good to know the hotkeys for the zoom tool, which is Z, and the hand tool, which is H, in case you need to move things around. And then we've got a couple panels down here that we'll go over later on. But here's how we change our fill. If we switch those, we're swapping the fill and the stroke. So at the bottom is stroke, at the top is fill. And then we've got some colors down here, and then we've got our different screen modes down here that we can change up. Now, when you're working on projects, or when you're first starting out in Illustrator, you're gonna want to pretty much use these tool panels by clicking on them. That way you get an idea of where everything is, and you have an idea of where all the tools are. Now, when you're getting paid and starting to get paid by clients and stuff, they're going to want you to be working fast. And you can't work as fast as you normally can if you are clicking on these, going over here, and then clicking back again and stuff like that. So you're going to want to learn your hotkeys. Now, a good way to learn hotkeys for a program is to find a wallpaper that has the hotkeys listed for you, so they're always in your face. Or print up the hotkeys and put a thumbtack into it and put it on your wall or somewhere where you can see them, so that the hotkeys are always there for you, and then you've got quick reference. You want to get used to getting these hotkeys done, because that's how you become a better artist. A lot of clients, they like things done fast, and to get things done really fast, hotkeys are the quickest way. Another way to get things done fast, obviously, is knowing your way around the program and knowing how to solve different problems. And that's one of the main things we'll be going over in my tutorial series, is ways giving you enough information that you can solve these problems or solve any problem that you come across. So this is a wallpaper. You just save it to your desktop, and hopefully it like pops up on there if you guys know how to save things to desktops. But whatever, that's a tutorial for someone else to teach you. So that's all I'm going to go over here. That was all the tools, and if you need to watch it again to remember where all the tools are, go ahead and just get yourself familiarized with the tools panel. So thanks a lot for watching the tutorial, and be sure to stay tuned for another series of tutorials coming up. See you later.